Hello, welcome back to the next episode of Super Mario Kart Wii. Oh man, did you see that save? Hey, check it out. We got the dude with the 99.99. Okay, let's go ahead and vote for something. Yeah, this is take two on this, by the way. The microphone decided to not work. It worked, but I sounded like an alien robot.
Like, when we say on the mat, off the mat, but, like, off the mat means, like, it's sort of like yoga slang. Like, on the mat means, like, during your practice, and off the mat means, like, during your life.
And of course, why would you realize it during the recording? You don't know what you sound like until you play it back, and then you're like, boy, why does this sound like an alien transmission? And so there's a chance I'm gonna be salty during this episode, but it's fine, I got it to work. It just sucks, man, when you have like technical issues. It's alright. I ain't effing around, man. We're going right to Peach. Alright, come on, Peach's booty. We need you to improve my mood. But basically, what happened is I recorded the entire video. I was recording for like 52 minutes. And I went to, and the recording, it just sounded bad. And then I'm like, okay, I've made, like, I didn't change any settings. Everything should be exactly the same as it was the last time I recorded. Right. I didn't change anything, so everything should be the same, right? But, nope. Sounded all ringy. It had like a, man, it sounded bad, man. And it's completely, like, unusable. I mean, there's been times where I've, like, salvaged videos and stuff. But there's just, the entire video, just everything about it was, like, terrible. There's no way you could, like, do anything to it to, like, salvage the quality. Nothing that I'm aware of. I'm pretty sure there's no way to fix it once the recording has already been made or whatever. But then, I mean, okay, so technology not working is, like, one of my pet peeves, alright? And another one of my pet peeves is when you have a problem such as technology not working, and nobody in the Milky Way galaxy has ever had that same problem before. Because every video I looked up, first of all, I didn't even know exactly how to look it up. Because sometimes you have a problem and it's so, like, specific. You're like, how do I Google this particular problem? Like, what words do I put into the search engine or whatever to get the solution to the thing I'm trying to get or whatever? But I did see a couple that it's like, sounds like a robot, sounds like an alien. It's like, well, it's more like an alien robot, but whatever, close enough. And then everybody's solution is to do the exact same thing. And I'm like, is there only one problem that can go wrong with a microphone? And then I discovered the second problem that can go wrong with a microphone? Like, why are there so many channels that have, like, the exact same solution? And it just blows my mind. I'm like, I mean, I guess I'm making content of, like, video games that other people also have content of. But when it's like a troubleshooting, like how to fix a problem video, it's like, why does there need to be like 3 dozen videos that all show the same solution to the supposed same problem? Like, why is that necessary? Why do you need that many videos to show the same thing? So it just sucks when you, like, watch a video and you're like, nope, that's not the solution. How about this one? You watch this. Oh, he just did the same thing as the other guy. That's totally, like, not useful. What the hell? Alright. I guess the good news is that I got, like, 10 races worth of practice beforehand, so I am warmed up at least. Yeah, I did go back into the scrub zone under 6,000 for a couple of races. Oh, man. Bummer, dude. Look at Mr. 99.99. Didn't he lose like 300 in the last video or whatever last video I saw him in? Maybe he's like a hacker and he keeps his. Nope. I think he built it up to 99.99 and then lost 300 more. It was like, I'm fucking out of here, man. I don't know, this one, whatever. But yeah, it just freaking blows, man. And I talked about, like, all kinds of shit, too. I talked about, like, yoga philosophy, and I talked about, like, my Let's Play technique or whatever. It's not really a technique. It's more like just talking out my ass. And, well, I guess one of the things that I mentioned that I remember that I think was kind of interesting was, I'd said that I check the Let's Play subreddit from time to time, and I get a I get a nice little chuckle when whenever I see someone that's like, I'm thinking of like starting, or like I made my first video, but I'm like really self-conscious about my commentary, and I'm really self-conscious about my voice, and I'm self-conscious about my gameplay, and I'm just self-conscious about like recording myself, and what if I say a wrong word, or what if I try to make a joke and it's not funny or whatever. And I'm sitting here going like, dude, you know, I mean, it's everyone goes through it when they start or whatever, about like being self-conscious and you're just not being comfortable on the mic. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I did pretty well. Like I wasn't like self-conscious so much when I first started Let's Playing, but I did totally do the thing where your voice is just flat. I've watched enough Let's Players that if you go back and watch the early videos, like everybody has like a flat like tone. They're just like a monotone. And I totally did do that same thing. But and yeah, and I'm just like, dude, you know, you're just gonna have to do it. I mean, I don't know. One of the, I think the big problem that I had when I first started was I was never sure what to say at the very beginning of the episode. I was like, okay, when I hit play or record or whatever, what's the first thing I'm gonna say? And I would just sit there with the mouse cursor hovered over the record button. I just couldn't think of it. I was just overthinking it. And that's another thing that I had mentioned is that, you know, I consider myself like a stream of consciousness Let's Player, and I can't talk, you know, I can't speak for anyone else, but that's just kind of what I do. I just say whatever comes to mind at any given moment. And the thing is that anytime you're thinking too hard of like what to say, all right, sweet, I'll take it. So I was like in my head, I was like, okay, what's the first thing I'm gonna say? And then it's like, well, therein lies the problem. If you're trying to decide what to say, then you're just gonna get like, you're gonna get like writer's block sort of, where it's like, you can't think of what would be a good enough thing to say. But then after a while, I would just, like, I would sit there for like 5 minutes, and then I would finally just suck it up and just hit start and just start the recording, you know? And then it would get to like 4 minutes, and then 3 minutes, and then like the time, I noticed that the time that I would sit there stuck, not able to hit the record button, would get shorter and shorter. And then finally one day I was like, I noticed that every time that I wasn't sure of how to start the recording, once I forced myself to hit start and I just started, I felt fine. And then everything was fine. The recording was fine. Everything was fine. So then and then at some point I was able to be like, I finally had like the epiphany, and I was like, why am I nervous about this? The last 50 times I was nervous, I just hit start and it was fine. So it's gonna be fine this time too. And then that was when, that was like when I kind of got over it finally. And yeah, there we go. And that's, okay, let's try to not, man, I was scrubbing it up really bad. I was playing as Toadette in the bullet bike, and we kept getting mirrors, and I just was sucking, man. Okay, we were doing a bunch of mirror courses that I had like never played. We did Rainbow Road mirror and Wario's Gold Mine mirror and Daisy Circuit mirror. It's like, geez, not good at any of those. But I guess my overall point is that, yeah, if you're thinking about what to say too hard, you're just gonna like freeze, or you're just gonna, you know, it's like when you talk to someone in real life. If you're having a conversation with someone, if you think too hard of what you're gonna say, you're just gonna stand there and not say anything and look like a fucking idiot, you know? So it's like, well, just say what you feel or whatever, or just answer them, or, you know. So yeah, that's something that I've gotten. So anyway, so whenever people are like, oh, well, what do I can't think of what, you know, going back to what I was saying earlier, when I check the subreddit, when you see those new people, they're like, I can't think of like what to say. I don't know what to say. I can't think of like things to talk about or whatever. I'm like, dude. All it. Okay. I had a feeling he was gonna do that. That is a good place to trap, or a good trap spot or whatever. Dario. I feel like that name is familiar. Did I see him in another episode? Or was that in the other room I was in or whatever? Oh, didn't get anyone with the Baum. Oh well. But I'll just see that. I'm like, dude, that's the problem. Like, you can't think about that. I think I was never a writer. Like, I've never gotten writer's block. But the way I've heard writer's block described is that you can't decide what to say because you don't think that anything, or, you know, anything you try to write you don't think is good enough. So they say that you should write for the trash can, not for like an audience or whatever, not for the reader. So write it as if you were gonna write it and then throw it away. That way you're not worried about if it's good enough or not. And I think the same principle probably applies with doing this. It's like you can't spend too much time thinking about what you're gonna say, or else nothing's gonna be good enough. And then that's when you become self-conscious, when you don't think that what you're saying is good enough. And then if you're sitting there, if you say something and then it doesn't work out, or if you try to make a joke and it doesn't work out and you end up eating your balls or whatever, and then you go, oh shit, the thing I said a minute ago wasn't very funny, and what if the viewer didn't like that? And now it's like, okay, you're having these thoughts, but now you're not focused on what you're saying currently because you're thinking about what you said a minute ago. Okay, I did get second, but this room wasn't super pro or anything. Let's go into a different room. Let's see if we can get like 8 people or more. Okay, Moonview Highway is next. Not super looking forward to it, but see what we can do. There's always a chance that everybody else sucks at it harder than me, so maybe we'll have a chance. Yeah, normally I do like to mix it up and use other characters from time to time, but we're going Peach this entire episode, man. I need the power of Peach's booty after what happened with this recording debacle that I had. I need all the help I can get at this point, because I should already be in bed. So yeah, I mean, I guess I could have just said fuck it, I'll do it tomorrow, but it's like, no. I mean, it's partially my fault that I'm gonna end up losing sleep over this by not getting to bed on time. Because normally I used to be better at this. I used to do like all my recording on the weekend. That way during the week, I didn't have to record. But I do some recording during the weekend, but this is gonna like reinforce or whatever that like I need to, I guess, do a better job making sure to get it all done during the weekend. Because like for unforeseen things like this to occur, you know, if it's the weekend, you have like all day. You know, you don't have like the time crunch or you know, it's not a time crunch per se, but I mean, I'm gonna be extra tired tomorrow because I had to spend an extra 45 minutes or whatever re-recording the video. Oh, by the way, turns out we had gotten to the point where I mean, I recorded it with Audacity, so I tried it with the recording thing for my editing software or whatever. I use Camtasia for now. Yeah, don't judge. Actually, I had a hacked version of Camtasia 7 like given to me, so that's what I started off with. So that's the editing software that I got like good at using, like comfortable with, and I used that one for like a long time. I finally like bought like a legit Camtasia or whatever because I figured it'd be similar, and so you can actually it's recording software and it has like an editor also. So okay, can I get an item that would help me maybe get fourth? Ah, damn it. Nah, whatever. As long as I don't get past. Okay, I think we're good. So I tried it with that, and then it was the exact same thing. So I'm like, okay, I was like, is it the microphone? So I did there's like a diagnostic thing in the computer, and it's, you know, the little thing that says, this device is working properly. I'm like, bull fucking shit, dude, don't lie to me, computer. And, so I was like, okay, well, you know, you gotta troubleshoot, you gotta break it down. So I'm like, okay, well, I have 2 mic cables. Maybe the mic cable went bad or whatever. So I switched it with the other one, tried it again, still wasn't working. So I'm sitting here. I use a Focusrite. What do you call it? Focusrite. The one that has like 2 microphone inputs. I forget what it's called. It has a goofy name. It's like a sound processor box or something like that, or audio interface. I think it's called an audio interface. And so I unplugged it and I plugged it back in, and then I checked it, and then it fucking worked. And I'm like, why? Like, why? Like, so I guess now the lesson is that from now until doomsday, anytime I make a video from now on, because it happened once. I mean, I've made like 1,500 videos. I think maybe like 2 weeks ago or so, I put up my 1,500th a YouTube video, and then this is like the first time I've had a microphone do this. Granted, I've only used the Focusrite for a couple of dozen videos, but yeah, just I mean, unplugging it and plugging it back in. I mean, that was like the second thing I tried, but at the same time, it's like, why? You know, I mean, I don't know. Is it like there's no way to know that problem was gonna happen other than to just do like a test recording? So now I'm gonna have to do a test recording every single time because now I can't fucking trust it. Aw, damn it. Oh, that's the same thing I did in the last recording, except I went further off the course. Oops, I was holding the button down. It's not what you want to do. So, I mean, I fixed it, I guess, but now I have an extra step in my video posting process or whatever. Now I have to check every single time, so it's like, oh, great. One extra step. Oh, geez, boy. Oy yay. But, yeah, I mean, sometimes I do wonder about those people that post in the subreddit. The self-conscious people. Like, do they ever get over it? Does it take them 200 videos before they finally get over it? Or do they just... I mean, I don't know. Well, I feel like I kind of had a knack for, like, speaking to begin with. That's kind of what made me think that I'd be a good Let's Player to begin with. I used to work the drive-thru at Taco Bell, and people would, like, compliment me on my voice. They would say that God damn it. They would say I sounded good on the mic. I had one person say I sounded like a game show host, and I had one person say that I sounded like I could be on like talk radio. And then I was like, well, I don't think I could just talk about nothing. Like, what would I talk about for like 4 hours a day? And then they said, oh, it doesn't matter. People would tune in just to hear your voice. And I was like, aw, it's a really nice compliment, actually. Okay, we got Peach Beach next. Yeah, I think that's the first time I think I've ever disconnected during a race. I think that's definitely the first time on camera. I'm not sure if it's happened off camera. And then when I rejoined the same race, the Rainbow Road one, and then it disconnected me a second time. So it is nice to be racing again, since it took several minutes to get back here. Okay, that's fine though. That's fine. After the microphone incident, I don't even care about disconnects. I'm like, does the mic work? That's actually a perspective I've kind of adopted lately. I mean, by lately, I mean like, I don't know, 6 years ago or so. I don't know, my late 20s. But yeah, if you, like, when something goes wrong in your life, you can use that to appreciate when things don't go wrong in life, you know? Alright. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I didn't explain that very well. Basically, like, when you have, like, gratitude, it turns the volume down on, like, the little things in life. You know, like a lot of people just have a hard time feeling thankful. And it's like, well, if you practice... I mean, it's impossible to feel thankful all the time, probably, unless you're, like, the Dalai Lama or something, but yeah, if you... Like, when you're having those moments where something doesn't go right, just bring yourself back to the basics and be like, yeah, well, you know what? Well, I have a comfortable bed, which, like, a couple billion people don't have. I have, like, access to as much food as I want, which a couple billion people don't have. I have, like, you know, hot water, you know. There's people, oh, I forgot how fast this one is. This one's so quick, I shouldn't have gone for that last item box. I thought we had one more lap. God damn, that's a fast course. Oh man, 11 players, all right, sweet. But, yeah, just think of like all the things that you have that like so many billions of people don't have. I mean, there's people out there that have never taken a hot shower in their entire life because they never had like hot water. It just doesn't exist. And or there's people that have never, I don't know, drank clean water or freaking slept in a bed. I mean, there's people that sleep on, I mean, is a bed made out of hay? Is that like actually comfortable, I wonder? It's probably itchy if I had to guess, but you probably get used to it, right? Let's go. Actually, the other room just did that one. Let's do this one. When I went to join the room, they had done it. So if we do it again, then maybe they don't want to play it. Oh, but yeah, goddamn, I don't have that many pet peeves. Computers, like technology, is one of them. Like trying to figure out something. Like when it comes to computers and stuff, I've had a couple of times where I was able to figure it out, and then I've had a couple of times where a YouTube video like helped me out. But then a lot of times, like, I just need someone to like show me like in person. Because I'm probably gonna, just the way my brain is like wired, I just like don't see the problem. You know, like the way they're teaching you how to do it is just not the way that like makes sense to me, you know? Right. But yeah, it's really actually nice when everything goes like, when like a fix goes according to plan. Like you have a problem and then you look it up and then you follow what the dude did on the screen and then everything's the same on your screen and then the problem's fixed. I was like, oh geez, why can't that happen every time? That'd be nice, huh? Oh geez. That guy, what happened to the, did he fall back? Yeah, he stopped hearing the thundercloud, dude. I thought he was gonna try to come after me. Oh, god dang it, dude. I don't think I can make it to the cannon in time. Nope, gonna be off by quite a bit. Well, at least everybody got shocked, I suppose. I didn't get hit by that dude's red shell either. Oh yeah. But yeah, man, I don't know, it's actually kind of straight. Did you see that in the bottom right corner? There was a me face, but it was like overlapped on Daisy's hair. So it looked like a dude's me head with Daisy's hair. It looked silly. But I don't know, I feel like I like walk a line between being like lazy and hardworking and being disciplined and not disciplined. Oh geez. Like I always like do well at like my job, you know. Like I work hard at my job and stuff, and people always tell me, they're like, oh, you're one of the good ones, you know. We just got a new supervisor, and the old supervisor, or the supervisor that was leaving, was like going around and introducing him to everyone. When he came to me, he's like, this Thomas, he's one of the good ones. He's like, any job you put in front of him, and you can consider it done, or you know, something like that. And I'm guessing he didn't say that about everybody. I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming that. I mean, I get that you'd want to like compliment your employee, but like if you're actually like conveying information to like the supervisor that's gonna take your place, you would not want to lie in that situation and just say that everybody's good, you know. But then at the same time, I come home from work and I don't want to fucking do anything, you know. I mean, I go to yoga a couple times a week, but other than that, I'm fucking lazy as shit, man. I'm a gamer, but it's like I'm not outdoorsy like at all. There really isn't any overlap between me and the average yogi, other than enjoying yoga, you know. All right. Oh, dang, dude. I forgot this was the third lap too. Jeez. Boy, I don't remember that third lap. Was I talking? Like, I guess I just wasn't paying attention because I was talking. It didn't seem like we did 3 laps though. All right, Mario Circuit is up next. And, yeah, good old... For the longest time, I didn't know what GCN meant. It's GameCube Nintendo, I think, right? Why do they do that? Why couldn't they just abbreviate it to be like GameCube, and then it's just, you just know that it's a Nintendo? Or put the N in front. Or, I mean, I don't know. Oh man, I'm not good at Double Dash. Well, I played this for so long. I think I only rented Double Dash maybe once or twice before I like owned it. And I played this for so long. I got so used to inward drift that every vehicle is outward drift. I couldn't get the hang of it, man. And that, I mean, I don't know. Is that Mario Kart game just considered hard? I wonder. Maybe it is. All right, let's go. Okay. Oh, dang it. I was trying to let off so that the mushroom would wear off. Like I didn't want to go so fast that I made it past the item boxes before it ran out. There's a couple of places where it seems like it's like timed like perfectly. Like the item boxes before the cannon in Rainbow Road. I think, right? If you use a gold shroom, if you start using it like right away, you go through the cannon and then use it. Oh, what the hell? Wow, I didn't know that. If you hit a Goomba when you're going slow enough, you actually don't spin out when you touch them. That's funny. Am I thinking of the right one? Maybe that's not the case. There. You go through that one little section, that goofy section. And then it runs out just in time for the other one, for the next item box. Oh, goddamn, 8th? I mean, I wasn't 10th a second ago. Oh, come on, man. Well, that's gonna cost me, I think. Unless I can get a lightning. A star, come on, man. And then he got a star too. I guess it doesn't matter. I can maybe pass that guy. A squeak out a 9th at least. 9th, woohoo, I'll take it.